Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriors expected to relent on Klay Thompson, offer him new deal. The future of the Golden State Warriors is murky, and Klay Thompson's impending free agency represents perhaps the muddiest waters of all those the franchise must navigate in the coming months. Anthony Slater of The Athletic reported on Friday, May 31st, that the Warriors would like to bring Thompson back. However, there has been no urgency surrounding the matter, which has cast doubt on his return to the club. The Warriors maintain a desire to retain Thompson at the right price once other aspects of their roster retool get clarified, Slater wrote. But they haven't exactly been beating down his door to work out the framework for an extension, which can be signed at any time. In turn, the 34-year-old Thompson appears ready to test free agency waters, exploring external options for the first time in his career. Still, there are some in the league who believe that Golden State will ultimately decide splitting up its Big Three, which have each been a part of 6 NBA Finals appearances and 4 championships, is something it can't stomach. The Warriors may pursue freedom from luxury taxes, which may mean letting Thompson go, Eric Pincus of Bleacher Report wrote Friday. Some in the league think Golden State will ultimately relent and keep the core of Stephen Curry, Draymond Green and Thompson together through 2026-27. As Pincus pointed out, Thompson had what was, by his standards, a poor season. However, he still averaged nearly 18 points per game and shot almost 39% from behind the three-point line, per Basketball Reference. Those numbers fall short of all-star status, but Thompson remains a high-level shooter and floor spacer, as well as a legitimate offensive threat who has made a scores of big shots in the most pressurized of moments. Several young playoff teams could use the offense that Thompson brings to the table. Thompson wants to win. Don't expect him to chase the largest possible offer from the Detroit Pistons or Charlotte Hornets, even if that's the correct financial or leverage move, Slater wrote. But there are plenty of cap space teams with a clearer upward path to contention than the Warriors. That includes the Oklahoma City Thunder, Philadelphia 76ers, and Orlando Magic. Thompson has stated publicly that he would like to remain in the Bay Area to finish his career, but money is going to factor into the conversation. Golden State paid Thompson $190 million over the past 5 years, signing him to that deal just weeks after he tore his ACL during the 2019 Finals against the Toronto Raptors. The Warriors did right by him then, but the time for paying Thompson for past performance is over. Still, Thompson's pull to the only team he's ever played for in the NBA, and his playing partners in Curry and Green who will remain there for multiple years to come, should garner Thompson some significant offers on the open market. Orlando would need to pay enough to scare off the Warriors, probably something in the $20 to $25 million starting range, or even higher, Pincus wrote. If Golden State can get to $20 million per year for Thompson after its other offseason moves, then perhaps a reunion is in the cards. But if they can't or won't, then this summer might be the end of Thompson's 13-year run with the Warriors. Golden State Warriors Stephen Curry draws shocking Tracy McGrady take, "He hasn't cracked my top 10. Despite winning the title again in 2022, the harsh reality for the Golden State Warriors is that they haven't even made the playoffs in 2 out of the last 4 seasons. It's actually 3 out of the last 5 if you count the 2019-20 season wherein Stephen Curry played just 5 games throughout the campaign. The Warriors' utter lack of consistency is exactly why Hall of Famer Tracy McGrady has dropped a harsh truth bomb on Curry's status as one of the greatest players to ever pick up a basketball. Curry is not on McGrady's all-time top 5 list. As a matter of fact, the 2-time NBA scoring champion does not even have room for the GOAT shooter on his top 10. "He hasn't cracked my top 10 yet," McGrady said. "To me, if one of your guys is missing and you can't make the playoffs, I can't put you in my top 5 or top 10. Then again, you have to say that McGrady does have a bit of a point. In spite of all the accolades and achievements Curry has achieved in his decorated career, including 4 championships, McGrady has called out the Warriors star for not being able to carry his squad without the help of his star teammates. This season, the Dubs were actually relatively healthy, save for Draymond Green's lengthy suspension. Nevertheless, Golden State failed to even get out of the play-in tournament as they suffered another postseason-less campaign. Warriors emerge as destination for $146 million star, 2-time East champ. The Golden State Warriors secured Kevin Durant in 2016 and went on to appear in the next 3 NBA Finals. Now, they could get in the game for another star forward who might help return them to the promised land. Jimmy Butler has 2 years remaining on his $146 million contract with the Miami Heat, which includes a player option in 2025 to 26. However, the team can sign its best player to a 2-year extension worth $113 million this summer. Butler is 34 years old and has struggled with injury issues in the latter part of his career, playing more than 60 regular season games just once across 5 years in Miami. If the Heat don't want to extend Butler and knows he will depart in free agency next summer without a new contract, then he becomes a likely trade chip either this summer or ahead of the in-season deadline, regardless of what team president Pat Riley has said recently about an unwillingness to consider dealing his best player. Greg Swartz of Bleacher Report on Friday, May 31, named Golden State a surprise landing spot for Butler should he officially become available. The Golden State Warriors should be aggressive in their pursuit of win-now talent as they try to squeeze out one more title in the Stephen Curry era. A deal constructed around Andrew Wiggins' contract and young talent, Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon Podziemski, Moses Moody, etc., and/or draft compensation should be enough for Riley and company to at least entertain a deal. A core of Curry, Butler, Draymond Green and Klay Thompson, free agent, might struggle to stay healthy and motivated during the regular season, but this group would be a nightmare to go up against during the playoffs. As Swartz noted, a deal for Butler will cost the Warriors young talent on affordable contracts and/or future draft picks that offer the same advantage. In other words, making a move for the Heat forward slams the door on anything but a long rebuild in the wake of Curry's eventual departure from Golden State, either by retirement or other means. But it also could make the Warriors truly competitive in a Western Conference full of youthful talent on the rise. The best shot the Dubs have of winning another title is to get there before teams like the Oklahoma City Thunder and Minnesota Timberwolves mature into the best versions of themselves through player development and roster construction. Butler has been the lead author of 3 runs to the Eastern Conference Finals in Miami, as well as 2 NBA Finals appearances over the past 5 seasons. The team lost both chances at a ring, first to the Los Angeles Lakers in 2020, 4-2, and then to the Denver Nuggets in 2023, 4-1. However, Butler's toughness and tenacity are a perfect match with Green, while his clutch play in the biggest moments is on par with Curry. The attitude and leadership Butler can bring, which are sometimes volatile, may also be what the Warriors need to help galvanize them for one last push to a title over the next couple of years. The day before Swartz published his notion of Golden State as an emerging destination for Butler, Anthony Slater of The Athletic reported that the Warriors will have interest in dealing for the forward if the opportunity presents itself. If the Heat shop Jimmy Butler, I would expect the Warriors to enter the conversation to at least some degree, Slater wrote. Butler averaged 20.8 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 5 assists on 34 minutes per game last season, according to Basketball Reference. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Jimmy Butler? Leave your opinion in the comments.